you like it and share it if you want. And tell all your petty friends and your non-petty friends and your Christian, the pearl clutching Christians. I like them to see some of my stuff because some of the stuff I talk about pertains to my pearl clutching Christians. Okay, I already been on for a minute and a half. No one has joined me yet. So I'm going to tell you about my fun-filled Memorial Day weekend. Well, first of all, I want to talk about last night. Khia's gag order had me gagging for real. I don't know if any of you seen it, but she went in on someone named Heather from Santa Fe, Texas, that sent a message in trying to get Khia riled up, and she got the Khia that I wanted to see, that I missed. Khia went in on her ass. Anywho, I'm not sure if some of you, well, I know a lot of people follows or subscribe to Joshua Carter, aka Jusasuperstar. He's a friend of Michelle ATL and Khia also. Well, I had the pleasure of meeting him in person in DC this weekend. I live in Baltimore. He was there for a cancer walk for his dad and his brother, and he posted that he was going to be in DC this past weekend, and he asked who was going to be there, and I said, well, I live in Baltimore, but I can get there, and I really wanted to meet him because he has me cracking up too. Just like Khia, he has me cracking up. Like Josh is a straight fool. He has me cracking up as well. And so I DM'd him and told him that I can make it. It was my little sister's 37th birthday, and I wanted to take her out and show her a good time or whatever. And so I said to him that when he gets to DC to let me know, and I can meet him somewhere. So he did. I was surprised. He called me. I gave him my number. So I really felt special because Josh is a superstar. And he called me on my personal cell phone. We talked. He told me that he was going to be there, where he was staying at, and what have you. Me and my sister drove to DC, met up with him and a friend of his. Then we went to a hookah spot right across the street from where we were at having drinks. We took pictures. We really had a good time. We laughed. We kiki. We talked about people, which is my favorite pastime. But I really did enjoy being with Josh, and Josh showed us a good time. Him and his friend. Their hospitality was beautiful. My sister brought in her birthday with a bang, and we were only with them for like a couple of hours, but those couple of hours we had a ball. We we talked about a lot of things. They were shocked of him and his friend was shocked to see how old I really am. I know I don't look my age, but I'm 46 and I feel good. I feel proud about it. I got grown children, I got grandchildren, and I got a toddler. Yeah, I can still pop it, drop it. Long as I still come on every month, I can still get pregnant. I'm fucking. Yeah, I'm fucking. I'm having sex. So, so just because somebody say you 46 years old, got grandchildren, and you got a toddler that's younger than your grandchildren, so what? Me and my husband still fucking. Anyway, so that was part of my weekend. Also, the woes of being a homeowner. We had a lot of rain, so the plumbing was backed up because of the sewer and the rain going down into the sewer and the drain and reservoir. So we had to deal with that. Had to deal with roofing issues. Like, the rain has really been treacherous. And for the people that lives in Ellicott City, Maryland, I'm sending prayers out to everyone because they were once again flooded in less than 2 years. 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, this happened. The same thing happened where the whole town of Ellicott City was flooded and houses and cars are floating. A few people died. They found one gentleman that was helping someone try to rescue their animal, and they just found his body today. He was 39 years old. Rest in peace to him, and prayers for his family. Anyway, other than that, I really had a chilled out Memorial Day. I, got caught up on some things, washed some clothes. For some of you that do know me, I have a 24-year-old daughter that is legally blind. 2.5 years ago, she had a very bad headache, and after maybe about 3 or 4 days of trying to get the headache under control, going to several little patient care places and emergency rooms, we finally decided to go to Johns Hopkins, and they did everything they needed to do to find out why she was having this massive headache. Come to find out, she has a condition called pseudotumor cerebri. If you Google it, you'll be amazed of what it is. And what happened was, a normal person like myself or you that can see, the fluid that's goes to our body, it recycles. Instead, hers is on a spine, and hers stop at her brain, and it doesn't recycle. So she takes glaucoma medicine, and so it's challenging because she had a job that she was working at when she was 17 years old up until it happened to her, which she was 21 at the time. And she can't work now. She will never be able to get a driver's license. Her peripheral vision is gone. She has optic atrophy, and she's now considered disabled. For her to be so young and was so vibrant and active and working, and now she has to really be taken care of, in a sense, like she can't really travel by herself and stuff like that, and certain things like that she used to do she can't do anymore. So basically, my time has been kind of focused on her, trying to get her on the right path of being independent again. So in a sense, I'm raising two children, my 3-year-old and my 24-year-old. Thank goodness we've been living in our home for 17 years, so she knows that like the back of her hand. So she doesn't need that many enhancements at the home to get day by day. And she knows the area pretty well. And, but she's always with someone when she does go out. So, just some of those things. Last week when I made a video on my birthday, it was in reference to my little cousin coming to see me at work, and we talked about family secrets, and she did convince me and encourage me to speak to the family member that I need to speak to have a healing enclosure. So by her doing that, I really think that now I am going to talk to the person I need to talk to. But I'm still going to expose the people that did these things to my younger sister, my mother, or some of my family members that I, am in contact with and care much about. I feel like they still need to be exposed while they are living. Because while my mother was living in hell while she was alive, and while my sister is alive and living in hell with some of the things that happened to her, this person who did these things is able to, sleep. And I want you to not be able to sleep just like my sister is not able to sleep, or my cousin is not able to sleep. And my mother is resting in peace, and I'm going to make sure she continues to rest in peace. So, once I get that straightened out and talk to the person I need to talk to, I'll do a live about that too. I'm still going to work on my book, but I think before I can really work on the book, I need to have healing and closure, because the things that happened to my mom, even though I wasn't there or I didn't know about it until 4 years after she passed away, it still affects me. So, other than that, let's see. Well, I went to a cookout on Friday, my sister-in-law gave her daughter, her only daughter, 28th birthday cookout. We had a nice time. Kids are there, and they have a lot of kids. Like, I know, like, my immediate family is not big. Like, it was just me, my sister, my brother, and my sister that passed away 22 years ago as well. But my husband is the one, two, three, fourth child of 9 children, and he has 6 sisters, and the sisters, they have like 3+ kids and stuff like that, and then their kids have kids, and so it's a lot of kids. And so my baby, my 3-year old, by her being in an immediate household with adults, like, she is like at Disney World when she goes to her cousin's house, and I can't take all the kids. I mean, they was just running up and down the street. I was worried that she was gonna run out in the street because the house, the block that we were on, the sidewalk isn't really big. But I mean, my husband's like, stop worrying about it, stop worrying about it. She's with her cousins. They're not gonna let them happen to her. But I'm like, they still children, My oldest is 30 years old, so he'll be 31 in a few months. Like, I just don't like kids to be just running up and down the street and they not in close proximity of me where I can just grab them, just in case, So I had fun, but my eyes was always up the street. And I'm glad she had on a color. She had like a teal, not a teal, I guess you can say teal, aqua blue outfit, so she was real visible. So anytime I looked at the street, because she had on the lightest colors, anytime I looked at the street, as long as I saw a color, I figured she was okay. But I did that. I don't do heat and sun too well, so of course I didn't get there till like fans where how when Beyonce, she's performing and she's just she got the fan blowing. I need one of those. If I could have one while I'm walking down the street or just walking around the house or whatever the case may be, without having to turn on the air condition, then I will have one. So okay, so that was Friday. And of course Saturday, like I said, I met up with Josh at Jusasuperstar Carter on YouTube and Joshua Carter on Facebook, and on Instagram he's just a superstar without Carter. So he has a lot of followers, and he need more, and just like I need some. So if I know I'm saying to subscribe to him, subscribe to me too. But Josh is a ball of laughter. I swear to goodness, Josh could just be sitting there, and the way he talks, I like that little country accent he got, and he get to talking, and he be had me cracking up. He can just talk about going to get a soda or something like that, and just the way he's so animated. So subscribe to him, subscribe to me at Nobody's Safe with Sasha, or Nobody's Safe with Sasha Williams, or whatever. And like I said, tell all your friends, tell your family members, tell the church members, tell the pearl clutches and the judgmental people. And I cuss a lot, but I haven't did too much cussing on this one yet, but I do cuss a lot, and I like to cuss. That's one of my pastimes, cussing. I cuss like a sailor. I say the F word a lot. I gotta watch what I'm saying sometimes now because of the toddler. She's like a little mockingbird. Her new line is, her new word is Jesus. So she be like, Jesus, mommy, will you hurry up? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's all she says. And my husband cut all his hair off, so she calls him her bald-headed father. And he's 50 years old, so he also has adult children and grandchildren. And this is our first child together. We've been together 20 years. We've been married 13. We actually met, it's crazy. Me and my husband met at the Great Blacks and Wax Museum, but we were both invited. It was supposed to have been a wedding and a wedding reception afterwards at the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. But the wedding got called off, so the bride couldn't get her money back for the hall. So she had a birthday party because her birthday is near the date she was going to get married. So I worked with the bride's sister, and my husband worked with the bride. So we were both invited, and that's how we met at the birthday slash reception. That's where we met. And so we met and we dated. We dated for 7 years before we got married. And I bought my home before we got married. And I'm trying to think. My youngest at the time was 4 when we met. So she's now, that's the 24-year-old. So she's now 24. And so he has been a big influence on her life. He's been a big influence on my son's life too, both of my sons. My oldest son now works for the same company that he works for. My husband been there 14 years. My son's been there 8. And also my middle son, who was my problem child. When I met my husband, he was just so mischievous. I said he was bad as shit, but mischievous. I'ma say he was acting out and being rebellious because me and their dad broke up when he was about 9, and he just wanted that attention from his dad. And his dad just didn't give him the attention that he really needed at the time. And so only thing I knew to do was to spank him. I ain't gonna say beat him. I would beat him, beat his ass. Everything he did. And I got so frustrated because it's like the beatings weren't working. It was like if I was giving him negative attention, that's what he wanted. It didn't matter if it was negative or positive. So my husband made a suggestion is to make him read books and write book reports. Because he used to like those little action figure toys. So at the time, I think it was the Wrestling Men. And so I would buy him all the action figures and stuff like that. And my husband said, take them from him. Because that's something he loved. Because he would be in a tub for like hours. Like I put him in a tub. Of course the water be warm or whatever and stuff like that. And he'd be in there playing and clanking the toys together and this and the other. And I mean, he'd be in the tub for like 4 hours. Come out wrinkled. Long as he had those action figures. And so my husband said, stop spanking him. Stop putting your hands on him. Just take the toys. Take the Wrestling Men from him. Because you know that's what he loved. And make him read books and write book reports. And he said, I don't care if it's the same book. If you only got one book, I don't care if it's the same book. Every time he do something, make it. Then he used to tell me, like, back when I was in school, they used to make us write 100 times, I will behave or something like that. He said, make him write 100 times. And so I would do that. And it really, really did help. It kept me calm. And kept me from putting my hands on him because, like I said, that wasn't doing anything for him, and he just wanted the attention, period. So he did kind of straighten up for that, during that more time. And then as he got older and then he was starting to see and talk to his dad more, it like got worse because his father just made it worse because his father lied to him, telling him stuff that wasn't true. And then he took it out on me. My son took it out on me because the dad is making promises but not coming through. So my son is thinking it's me that's keeping him away. So, I mean, I went through a really, really, really hard time with him. I really worried about him, worried about if he would survive to be 18 years old. He's now 27 years old. He has a child. He has a son that's 10. And I guess he had a daughter. The reason why I'm saying I guess is because I seen the child one time. I'm one of those grandmothers. It'd be some memes that say, for every deadbeat father, there's a deadbeat grandmother or grandparent. That ain't motherfucking true. Because let me tell you something. I'm the type of bitch. I'm not going to chase nobody. That's your child. I'm the grandmother. I'm not obligated to do a motherfucking thing. Okay? So, if every time I turn around, you moving, your number change, and this and the other, I don't have no way to get in contact with you through social media. You block me on social media. Sweetie, That's your child. If you want the child to be in our life or know the father side or whatever, the ball is in your court. Don't tell me the ball in my court, bitch. That's your child. I saw the child one time. The same time I saw the child, my son, my husband, my daughter, even my infant. At the time, my baby was an infant. I had just had my baby. That was the first time. She's actually 5 months older than her aunt. My daughter was born an aunt. And she's 5 months older than my granddaughter is 5 months older than my child. We all saw her that one time when they left. I asked her, the mother, when was I going to see her again? She said in a couple of weeks. Now it's been almost 2 years. So, because my baby is now 3. Her baby is 4. Yeah, just turned 4. Well, no, we'll be 4 in September. Yeah, it will be 4 in September because my baby just turned 3 in February. So yeah, so I saw the child one time. I even sent her, I think her first Christmas I sent a gift card. I think I was a pretty little girl, and she has fat cheeks like all of us. Even my grandchildren, she has chinky eyes. Yeah, she look like she could be one out there. But let me tell you something, bitches like her tend to date men. I say, why is somebody trying to call me on my phone while I'm trying to do my live? They gonna have to wait. But anyhow, I didn't know. I didn't know what. Let me see. I didn't know that at the time when my son had met her, he had just came home from prison. And I think his stepbrother brought her over with a friend. Now, my son was on home detention. She was free to do and go anywhere she wanted to go. But next thing I know, 2 months later, she's pregnant. I ended up letting her stay at my house. She gave me the sob story that her mother put her out, which it was. She didn't want to follow her mother's rules, even though she was 21. And I don't care if you're fucking 50 years old. If you live in the house with your mama or your daddy, you gotta listen to their motherfucking rules. She didn't want to listen to her mother's rules, so she gave me the sob story like her mother put her out. Her mother's crazy. She's bipolar. She's this. She's that. Actually, she is the same way, but she told me the sob story. Me and my husband talked about it. I told her she had to talk to my husband because he's the head of household. My husband said yeah. And then the next thing I know, she's pregnant, and she wasn't going to tell me. I found out actually from how did I find out she was pregnant? Oh, her and my son got into it. She packed the stuff up. I come downstairs, I see all her stuff piled up to the ceiling. I say, whose stuff is this? And it was hers. And I was like, are you moving? And she was just like, well, me and your son got into it, and I just don't want to be around him right now. And okay, but you live in this household, so if you don't want to be around him right now, don't you think you should leave the house? Not leave the room, leave the house. So okay. So I just told her, I was like, well, this stuff can't stay in my house like this. So she called someone. I think she called her father. Father came and got her. It started snowing outside. She was pregnant in her feelings. And at the time, I didn't know she was pregnant. But she all in her feelings. It started snowing. She put the stuff out on the curb. I guess so when her father comes, he don't have to, come in and get it, which he could have came in and get it. Nobody put her out. So when her father pulls up and see all her stuff on the curb, he automatically assumes that we put her out while it was snowing, which wasn't true. She was just being dramatic. Anyhow, so then I guess the father relayed the message to the mother. So when the mother kept calling my house, talking about answer the phone, why was my child stuff out on the curb, blah, 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 all this and that. So when I, finally got a chance to call her back, I'm saying to her, like, ain't nobody put your child out. And I was explaining to her that, they had been arguing a lot. And I was just like, I'm not going to have that in my house and blah, blah, blah. That's when I found out that her mother didn't put her out. Her mother told me she just didn't want to listen to her rules. So she said, well, if you don't want to listen to my rules, you need to find somewhere else to live. So, long story short, at first, me and the mother was on the same page about her not having a baby, because not only that, my son had just came home from prison. They didn't really know each other. I felt like they were strangers. You don't get pregnant by somebody 2 months after you meet them. And not only that, she was supposed to go back to college. She didn't need a child, and my son didn't need a child because he already had a child that he had missed 4 years of his life out of, and he needed to get reacquainted with his son and get himself together and get himself in order. And by the way, since my son has been home, he has been doing great. He's been working full time. He's taking care of his child. He has joint legal and physical custody of his son. So maybe that 4.5 years did him some good, because he was really, really on the wrong path in life, and he had a lot of time to think about his life and his future. So and he was a teenage dad, so that him getting locked up 6 days after his 18th birthday probably did him better than harm. But anyway, so when I asked my son what was going on, why they had been arguing or whatever, and he told me that she wanted to do some things that he didn't approve of while she was pregnant. But like I said, I didn't find out that she was pregnant until I said to the mother what my son said to me while they were arguing. And the mother said, well, how she want to do that when she pregnant? She pregnant? Okay, well, when was somebody going to tell me? So then I found out from my daughter that she told my daughter she was pregnant, but she wasn't going to tell me because she said she was going to wait until she started showing. Well, bitch, that would have been a wrong motherfucking move, because guess what? You and that baby would have been put the fuck out. You going to sit up there and live in my shit? Not tell me you pregnant? And when I said to you, you better not get pregnant, y'all don't need no kids right now, blah, 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 my son just came home, and this and the other, and you gonna sit up there and say you weren't gonna tell me? You just gonna start showing like I was supposed to be happy about that shit? Oh, you thought you was gonna get a baby shower? See, this is what kills me. My first grandson, yes, his mother and my son were 17 years old. Yes, he got everything because he was the first grandson on each side, on his mother's side and on my side. Yes, he got everything. Our children were still children. So I had to take care of my son and take care of his son, just like her mother had to take care of her and her son. So yes, he had double everything. He had everything. My husband, my other son, my daughter, we did everything for him. He didn't want for anything. I bought all of his diapers. Told his mother, don't you buy a diaper. Tell me. I will make sure that he has his diapers. So, yeah, he had a big baby shower. All that. While my son was in prison for 4.5 years, I had to stop my life. Or I ain't stop it, but I slowed it down a little bit for him. But then I was paying my daughter to babysit because she was younger then, and so you know how you can manipulate your teenagers, give them some money, something like that, whatever. So I can go out. But for 4.5 years while my son was in prison, I had my grandson every weekend. Every weekend. So she must have saw when she started messing with my son. She must have figured, okay, well, I see how they treat the grandson and the grandson mother, even though my son and grandson's mother weren't together at the time. But she probably figured like, yeah, no, bitch, y'all adults now. Y'all adults. I ain't taking care of no motherfucking body. And once my son came home, I was so happy. I felt like Kunta Kinte on Roots, because I was free. I ain't had to worry about a babysitter no more. I was out getting my goddamn life, and I had to worry about finding somebody to watch my grandson. Not my son, my grandson. And you think I'm going to sit up? No, honey. No. So she must have thought she had it going good. Then the drama started. Okay, so you pregnant, you moved out, you moved back home, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, me and her mother was on the same page. Then all of a sudden, her mother is against me. Now, I'm going to say this. I truly, truly believe that she lied and told her mother some shit that I probably didn't say, which it don't fucking matter to me. But all of a sudden, now the mother's all on, she gonna be fine, when they was gonna try to have an intervention with her ass to try to get an abortion or something like that. Excuse me, or try to convince her that she didn't really need to have no children right now. Then next thing I know, her mother's like, oh, she gonna be fine. Oh, you're right, she gonna be fucking fine. She ain't gonna be fine on my motherfucking dime. So, you take my son to child support, then because you mad because he not talking to you. Okay. Then once he talk to you, then you go and you take him off. Then when you get mad because he ain't talking to you again and he ain't thinking about you and he living his life, then you put him on there again. But then I find a way to see one of your social media pages. That's the only way I see pictures of the child. And you talking about she's with her daddy. Well, who's her goddamn daddy? Because you got my son down for child support, but you posting that she's with her daddy. Now, I can understand that if you met somebody and they're acting as a father and they're taking care of you, taking care of the child and everything, stuff like that, that's all fine and dandy. That you saying that this is, but okay, before you do that, how about you establish motherfucking paternity with my son first? Then give him an opportunity also to see the child. Give us an opportunity to see the child and spend time with the child. Because I had no problem. If the child is ours, I would have no problem. The child would have been at my house all motherfucking the whole summer, weekends, whatever. I would have drove there to get her. She lives in Prince George's County. It was about 45 minutes to an hour from where we live. Wouldn't have been no motherfucking problem. But I'll be goddamn if you're going to sit up there and try to call us a deadbeat when your ass ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Every time you turn around, time to go to court or something, you change the date, you postpone it. So that's making me think that maybe she's not my son's child. I'm not going to get it I don't give a fuck how cute a baby is. I'm not going to get attached to something that's not mine. I'm sorry. I don't work like that. So then when she called herself apologizing to me when she brought the baby to see us 2.5 years ago, she said to me, I just thought y'all didn't want her to be born. Well, I never said I didn't want her to be born, but what I said was that y'all were strangers and y'all didn't know each other. Y'all knew each other for 2 months. And y'all didn't know each other well. So you really had a baby by a stranger, got pregnant by a stranger. Because y'all don't know each other. You were so busy fucking and not thinking about consequences, and probably so caught up in the fact that my grandson and his mother were the way we treated them, that you thought you was going to get the same thing. But it goes both ways. You got to give respect to get it. And you or your mother gave us none of that. None of it. So, like I said, until then, as far as I know, my son got one child. Okay. So anyway, all right. What else? I had a situation with my brother. Okay, I love him to death. He's 11 years older than me. He was living with me for about the past 5 years almost. Until recently, his wife died. Rest in peace to my sister-in-law. I'm trying my best not to mention names and stuff like that. I don't want anybody to get offended or whatever. But if I'm saying a certain scenario and if you feel as though it's about you, it's about you. But anyway, rest in peace to my sister-in-law. She was my first and only sister-in-law until I got married. But far as my siblings, I have one brother, and I think I was about 11 or 12 when I met her, and she was a sweetheart. She let me do a lot of things that a lot of people probably wouldn't let me do when I was young, and I stayed down North Carolina with them when they was living on a military base. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We had a great time. I'm gonna miss you. I'm missing you already. But my brother was staying with me. Now he's down South Carolina. Me and my brother had the same dad, and his mom is still living. Our dad is deceased. He's been deceased for 18 years. Um, he moved down to South to be with his daughter and his mom with the passing of his wife and everything. But it's the funny story is when his wife passed away, and then when he came back to Baltimore. He went down there for the funeral, everything, helped them clean out the house and stuff like that. And then when he came home, I'm thinking he coming home because he been down there for like 2 weeks. I'm thinking he coming home, because he home. And he did what he had to do down there. So he comes back home on a Tuesday. I was at work. I come home, and my husband, that was his buddy, his road dog, his drink partner. So my husband really, really missed him or whatever. So when I got home, they was drunk. They was playing a video game. They was having a ball like two little kids. And my brother had said he had to talk to me. And so I said, all right, well, come upstairs, what's what? Because I got my night clothes on. I'm about to go to bed. He comes upstairs, he sit on the bed, he put his hand on his head, and he looking all distressed, and I'm like, well, what's wrong? Spit it out, because I thought he was about to tell me he had cancer, was about to die, or something like that, the way he was doing. I was sitting up there like, okay, what's wrong? So he did all that just to tell me that he was going to live down South Carolina. He was moving down South Carolina. And he didn't know how to tell me, which I'm like, I don't know why. But I was like, you're a grown-ass motherfucking man. You're like 56, 57 years old. Why the fuck are you scared to tell me you're going down South Carolina? Like, good. Like, you know what? I'm glad you're going because this is the year that everybody getting the fuck out my goddamn house any goddamn way. I want to fucking move. I want to sell the house. I'm just so sick and tired of these homeowner issues that we having. And, I'm just like, this is the right motherfucking time for you to be leaving. Why the hell you acting like you can't tell me that you fucking moving down South Carolina? But anyway, so, he moved back down there. I think because he only stayed for 2 days because he was just like, oh, I got a job. And I start on Monday. So he came home on Tuesday and said he got to leave Thursday because he got to start work Monday. Okay, fine. Okay. I'm happy for you. Your mother's down there. You haven't seen your mother in 18 years since our dad died. So, look, it's time. It's time for you to go down there with your mother. Your mother getting up in age, Go. Go down there and be with your daughter. She's going through something. Your wife just died, her mother. I'm fine. So, anyway, even though he's 11 years older than me, I'm the big sister. I'm like his mother. He's one of those type, you had to tell him to do something, he wouldn't just do it. He was like my child. Actually, I used to tease him and my husband because I told my husband, I said, you miss your son, huh? That's your son, because I swear, my brother would not do nothing unless you tell him. And he was a carpenter, and that's another thing. I was like, you a carpenter, you living up in my house. Why the hell I gotta be paying somebody to be fixing shit and building shit? Like, my father was a carpenter as well. My father fixed everything, made everything in the house. He made their own screen door. My father, oh my God, when I was little, I had a puppy. My father made a doghouse. The doghouse had a sunroof. Like, how fly is that? My father was an excellent skillsman at carpentry. He built me my own desk. The entertainment centers in our house, he built those. Like I said, he made our backyard. He made the screen door. Then he did such a good job. Our neighbors, two of our neighbors that live across the street from us, where I grew up from, he made their screen doors as well. So I'm sitting up here looking at it. And then when my brother came to Baltimore, when my mom passed away, he came to Baltimore to live and be with my dad. My dad got him a job where he was at. So my brother's a carpenter. Like, I should have some new kitchen cabinets. Something like that. You know, why I gotta pay for some new kitchen cabinets? Plus, he was working at a place that called Just Cabinets. That's all they did was make cabinets. Why I can't get no new cabinets? But anyway, so my brother's down there. I told him don't take forever to come back to see me. Like, don't take 18 years to come see me or whatever. But the way he was saying, I'll be back, it didn't sound real encouraging, because I'm just like, no, motherfucker, you ain't coming back. If you come back to visit. You can stay for a weekend or something like that. Other than that, ain't no more coming back. The bed is gone. We put that shit out this weekend. The bed is gone. Ain't no more bed. Down the basement. Now I can get my house back the way it was when I first moved in. My children was younger. You know, there's just so much. I just want everybody out so I can be able to do the things I need to do. I can't do much with everybody in every room. So, okay, that's it with my brother. I'm trying to think. Oh, so I got a homegirl. I'm not going to mention her name, but I know when she watches this video, she definitely know I'm talking about her. But she was supposed to hang out with us this weekend when we went to meet Josh in DC. And I really, really wanted her to go because she told me she bought these camel toe pants. So when I told her we was going to hang out, she was like, oh, I'm really wearing my camel toe pants. And she was so busy caught up doing her damn crocheting her damn hair for fucking 10 hours and shit. So she didn't get a chance to go. But I wanted to see them motherfucking camel toe pants. So I told my husband, I said, guess what Carla go? Oh shit, I said your name. Well, Carla. Guess what Carla God, and that's what she go with. And he's like, well, I said, she got some camel toe pants. He was like, what? I said, yes. He said, tell Carl I need her to do that. She a mess. She doing wrong. I said, no, yo. I wanted to see these goddamn camel toe pants. I would have fell out, laughed all motherfucking day long. I would have took a picture and all I would have kept doing is stand between her crotch. Because I wanted to see these motherfucking camel toe pants so bad. Well, I know when I was like about 19, I used to wear really, really tight pants and jeans and stuff. And I do got a little fat little cuckoo, right? So I remember I used to be a manager at this dollar store in Owens Mills. And at the time, my children's father was working with me. And so I remember us being on this elevator. And I had these mustard green color jeans. And I had a serious camel toe. And my kid's father was mad. He was like, why the hell you got on them tight ass pants? See your pussy print. He was mad as shit. I couldn't help the way jeans would fit me. That's probably why to this day I don't really wear jeans, because of that. You know, that I do have a camel toe. And, you know, I wear some leggings and stuff, but for the most part, you know, I got something that comes down farther enough so you can't see the print. But camel toes are sexy for some women. Not all, but some women. But anyway, I really wish I had saw my friend in those daggone camel toe pants. So we're going to have to make a special visit and go somewhere so she can wear these damn camel toe pants, because I want to see what people got to say and what we're going to be looking at. I'm just going to be videotaping and laughing the whole goddamn time. But other than that, let me see. Oh, we did go, me and my sister, before we went to DC, we did go down to Horseshoe casino in Baltimore. I haven't been down there in a while, but I never win when I go down there. They got some good ass pizza though. I go down there and get that Pizzetta pizza. Fucking pizza, fucking $14, but it'd be worth it. It's really, really good, and you can get it made any way you want. So we went down there, and of course I always keep cups in my car, red cups, plastic cups. Because you just never know when I might have some Long Island Montebello Long Island iced tea. Or I might have some Malibu and pineapple, a bottle of wine, because even though I don't mind paying for drinks when I go places, but a lot of times I like to be a little bit lit before I get there. So I always come prepared. And now the horseshoe, they used when they first opened, you used to have to call the attendant, or go to the bar and get a drink, or call an attendant. They'll come to the machine where you're at to get a drink, even if it's a soft drink. But now they got to as though they got the soft drink machine, so you can go over there and get your own ice on soda, lemonade, water, whatever. So you ain't gotta wait for them because they be taking long sometimes. And a lot of times also I carry miniatures with me. So when I carry my miniatures, all I order is cranberry or some type of juice, cranberry or pineapple juice, so I can pour my miniature into my cup and take my sip while I'm playing the machine, losing all my goddamn money because I don't really never win. Now when I go to Vegas, I think I won probably like all together because I stayed for a week. I know I went there with $1,500 and I came back with like at least 800. So, I kind of evened it out or whatever. I didn't like lose a ton of money. And plus, I'm not a gambler. I don't like losing money. So I would rather buy something so I can have proof of something that, that I spend money on. I don't like to spend money. I know they say you got to play to win, but who likes to lose money? Not me. But also, let's see. So I didn't, like I said, I really stayed in the house and I chilled yesterday. A couple of people's birthdays was yesterday, and I wished them happy birthday, whether it was on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And I washed the baby's hair. Oh my God, I hate washing a toddler's hair. Oh my goodness, I need me one of those wash shampoo bowls like at the hair salon. Like I really be wanting to take my daughter to the hairdresser just to get her hair washed, so she can hold her head back, because she's number one, she's scared of the shower, so you got to convince her to hold still, that the shower's not going to hurt her. And I had one of those hoses that you can detach, so I can wash her hair and stuff like that. So I washed the hair, and then she got that sponge hair, like that hair like seem like it never gets wet, no matter how much you wet it. It just never gets wet. It's like sponge. It like soaks up water like a sponge. So to wash her hair and stuff and then rinse it out, and then it's so curly. So to try to detangle it, you got to use the detangling spray, and and then you got to part it in sections, and then she's afraid of she's scared of the vacuum cleaner, she's scared of the hair dryer. So when I told her I had to blow dry hair, I don't like the noise, and I'm just like, girl, I need something to tame this hair. Then I thought that blow dry was going to be better to straighten it. Her hair is so curly, and it's like her ends were so bushy, like so it was like straight, then it was bushy. So I let her walk around with like a little afro yesterday for about a couple of hours. Then I had to tackle her hair. Like I really had to put it in sections, spray the detangling spray on it after I dried it, and put the detangling spray in it just so I can put in sections, just so I can braid it up. And because she goes to daycare twice a week, so I'm obligated to do her hair at least twice a week. So when I do it on the day before, Mondays or whatever, at least lasts for the 2 days she goes to daycare on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But like I said, I chilled yesterday. I watched a lot of TV. I went to bed, and then I kind of woke up around about 1 o'clock in the morning, because Khia had me laughing so much. I think I had a dream about Khia. Khia, like I said, she roasted the hell out of Heather, whoever Heather is. Heather, and she left a phone number. It probably was a fake number, but if it was her real number, Heather, you dumb as shit, because everybody in that damn mama was calling you to cuss your ass out, talking about Khia. And talking about you only had 25 cents to donate to her. Bitch, like Khia says, send me the number. Send me that motherfucking 25 cent, bitch. Kaya got on her ass so bad that I had to watch the recording of it because I was watching it when she was doing it live. I had to watch the recording again just for that part when she was roasting the fuck out of you. And everybody was on that comment about Heather, talk about Heather. We about to call you. Answer the phone, Heather. Heather really fucked up because she should not have called and called herself trying to roast Kaya or gag Kaya. It was Kaya got in her ass. Now I'm hoping that I did. Josh, I'm hoping he make a video soon because a situation happened while we was in DC and he was going off, and I'm really hoping and I'm waiting for Josh to go live so he can drag this nigga that was talking about him. Josh has a business. He's a businessman. Don't play with nobody's motherfucking money. I don't give a fuck if you're a friend. I don't care if you mama, you daddy. Don't play with nobody fucking money. So I'm waiting and hoping to see if Josh comes home. Josh probably went to Bahamas because he just posted something on Instagram yesterday. I guess it's a cruise from DC to the Bahamas for $200 and some odd dollars. And he was like, anybody game, anybody ready to go? So he might have got on a goddamn plane and flew to the Bahamas, or either flew, I don't know if it was a cruise or if it was just probably a resort there. But Josh probably be somewhere sipping on some damn cocktails if you probably ain't wake up sipping on cocktails. But like I said, I'm hoping that Josh, if he did go home or if he flying anywhere, I hope he having a safe flight, safe traveling. Mercies to you. I look forward to meeting you again. Now I have a reason to come to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta, so now I have a reason to come to Atlanta. To either see Josh or hang out with Josh there, or if he have an event at his business, I hopefully can have the privilege to attend. I really, really, like I said, I enjoyed his spirit. I mean, I'm like, I was in disbelief because I'm like, this man really called me. He really called my cell phone, and he really was like inviting, like, just come on, and I'm staying here, I'm staying there. And I'm like, I could have been a stalker, a murderer, a killer, something like that. And Josh just accepted me with open arms or whatever. I'm not in my eyes, Josh is a celebrity. And he knows a lot of people. And one thing I can say about Josh, he don't name drop. He don't have to name drop. And I really don't have to name drop, but I'm just like, for Josh to never know me at all, like I said, all I've been doing is just watching his videos, and I subscribe to him, so whenever he goes on live, I watch, and then sometimes if I can't watch it at the time, I'll go back and watch it later. But he didn't know me from a can of paint just by seeing a picture that I had on YouTube. That could have been a fake picture. I could have had a fake profile, anything. But just for him to just say, well, yeah, come on, let's link up. And we really linked up. That speaks volumes. That really speaks volumes. I really, really like Josh. He is a fun person to hang around. He's generous. He just knows how to have a good time. And he really did make my sister's birthday special. Because at first, I didn't know what I was going to do with my sister, and then I was just like, well, all right, we'll go to MGM, casino, go gamble a little bit and shop and get something to eat. But just those few hours I spent with Josh and his friend was worth a lot to me. And I just want to make sure that, wherever he's traveling to, whether it's home or to the Bahamas, that he has a safe trip. And I really, really look forward to linking up with you again. And hopefully soon. I have a lot going on the next month. We having a cousin's day. Me and my cousin, we are like sisters. We're 2 months apart. We grew up together. We still are together. I love her so much. Like, it's just no words to describe how much I love my cousin. And we're having a cousin's day, so we're hosting that next Saturday. We're gonna try to get all our cousins together and our kids and stuff, and we're gonna have games and food and drinks, and we're just gonna fellowship. And then I also have a baby shower that day, but I can't make it to the baby shower, so I'm gonna send my gift with someone else. And then the week after that, me, my husband, my daughter, her girlfriend, my grandson, and the baby, we're going to Great Wolf Lodge for a family little getaway for the weekend. And then Father's Day is coming, so I might give my husband, I usually give my husband and his friends that are fathers and dads and my sons a cookout. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this year or not, or if we're going to go somewhere. But, and then my children's younger sister is graduating high school on the 23rd or 24th. But I know we're going to Ohio for that. And then one of my girlfriends, who I call a seasoned mom like me, her baby will be turning 1. And the reason why I say seasoned mom is because we had children in our 40s. And we have older children. So we call ourselves seasoned moms. We really trying to get us a gig. Somebody hook me up. We need a gig, especially with my little toddler. She's a trip. And with some of my videos on my Instagram or my Facebook page, I do a little Shaylin shenanigan and the word of the day, or, you know, something that she'll say that was really, really funny. I'll post. But we need a gig now. I'm an honest working woman. I'm a caregiver for an elderly woman. I love what I do. Now, I gotta say this. If somebody give me a gig and would pick us up a show called Seasoned Moms, or something relating to moms that have older children and grandchildren and then had a baby in their 40s or 50s or something like that, y'all hook me up. But I need somebody, as long as the lady I'm caring for is still living, I'm going to need y'all to have somebody that can be reliable, and y'all pay this person to take care of my lady when I got to tape some shows or something like that. Or it would be good if we can tape a show here, live, you know, and with the state where I live at, so I really don't have to travel too much. But either way, I'm not being picky. But if anybody out there is looking, any type of producers, executives, Nene Leaks, Candy, I don't care, Mona Scott Young, hey, let's work something out. We need a show about mothers that have grown children and grandchildren and had a baby. We got a lot of stuff. You know, we do a lot of things, and you know, we go through a lot of stuff, and some of us are single, some of us are married. You know, I got a few friends that are in their 40s and got older kids and just had babies and stuff. So, you know, somebody let me know. Hit me up. My social media information, Instagram is Sasha Diva 40. Facebook is Sasha D Reed, and YouTube, which you're watching now, is Nobody's Safe with Sasha Williams. Okay, I know y'all probably talking about you got Reed and Williams. Well, one is my maiden name, one is my married name, so don't worry about that. But Sasha, SASHA. Nobody's Safe with Sasha for YouTube, Sasha Diva 40 on Instagram, and on Facebook, Sasha D Reed. Now on my Facebook page, if you send me a friend request, I might not accept you right away, because that Facebook page is mainly for the people that I really, really, truly know, because there's a lot of personal stuff on that page and pictures and stuff like that. So if you send me an inbox and I got to ask you a few questions, then, you know, I'll probably say, yeah. But what I'm going to eventually do, I'm going to make a separate page on Facebook that's going to be basically Nobody's Safe with Sasha. So some of the stuff that's on YouTube will be on that page as well. And then I'll be able to accept just like basically anybody or whatever. But I'm kind of a little sensitive about my personal page because, like I said, there's a lot of personal things on there and pictures and stuff like that of my kids and my family. And everybody is not as outgoing as I am or speak their mind or whatever. Like I said, over the course of time, and especially while I'm writing my book or getting my book together, I'm going to step on some toes of some friends or family members. Just remember, if you're a family member or even a friend, if you post your personal business on any social media site that I'm on and I see it, I'm not going to mention your name. I might have an opinion or an observation about the scenario you put out there in your personal business. So I may repeat it, but don't get mad at me. Get mad at yourself because you put it out there. And once you put it out there, it's for public use. So, again, please subscribe and like this video. Go and check out some of my other videos. Some of them, the beginning ones, are a little grainy because I'm still kind of new at this. So, I'm going to get better at it. But one thing I did do that Josh told me to do, he said, Tanya, just go live. Go live and just do your thing. Don't record it. Just do live. So that's what I did today. So I did 1 hour and 3 minutes so far. So that's pretty good. I did a lot of talking. But anyway, so I'm going to go for now. And so far, since I've been on here, no one has got on here. So I'm just expecting to come back later and check to see some views and some likes and some more subscriptions. Nobody's safe with Sasha. See you later.